What if I told you a woman can be standing right in front of you, wanting of you, craving your attention, silently hoping you'll notice her, and you walk right past it? Not because you weren't good enough, not because she wasn't interested, but because you didn't see the signals. This is the truth most men never hear. Women don't always confess their attraction out loud. They reveal it in ways most men are too distracted to catch. And that's why so many powerful moments of connection are lost every single day. This isn't about pickup lines. This isn't about games. This is about awareness. If you understand the hidden language of attraction, you'll stop guessing whether she likes you. You'll know. Her eyes will speak. Her body will lean in. Her energy will give you permission, but only if you can read what she's not saying. You've been taught to listen to words, but attraction rarely speaks in words. It shows up in glances, in proximity, in energy shifts you can feel but not explain. And the men who learn this language, they don't chase, they attract. This video isn't just going to open your eyes. It's going to train them. By the end of it, you'll never walk into a room the same way again. You'll see what most men can't. You'll feel what most men miss. And once you have this awareness, you'll never question your worth or your power again. Stay with me until the very end, because what you're about to learn isn't common knowledge. It's the silent truth behind real attraction. And once you hear it, you won't be able to unsee it. Most men grow up believing that when a woman likes them, she'll make it obvious. They imagine bold confessions, flirtatious words, or clear invitations. But the truth is that almost never happens. In real human interaction, especially when real attraction is at play, women rarely communicate their desire directly. They communicate it subtly, through signals that you can only catch if you're truly present. This is where most men fail. Not because they're unattractive, but because they're blind. A woman's attraction operates on a deeper, more intuitive level. She is wired to protect her vulnerability. For many women, expressing attraction openly can feel like handing over too much power. So instead of telling you, she'll show you. Through her eyes, her body language, her energy, she'll speak in a language most men were never taught to understand. And here's the uncomfortable truth. If you miss that language, you miss the moment. Think about it this way: every human being wants to be desired, but not everyone is willing to risk rejection to get it. Women often walk that line carefully. They will position themselves in ways that give you permission to approach without ever actually saying it. It's subtle, it's quiet, but it's deliberate. You'll notice it first in her gaze. She won't stare at you like in a movie. It'll be quick, shy, almost accidental, but it happens again and again. Her pupils dilate, her eyes hold yours just a second longer than they should. She might look away fast, pretending nothing happened, but that's not her being disinterested. That's attraction wrapped in protection. Most men never see it, the aware man does. Then comes her body language. It's not about exaggerated flirting. It's about micro signals. The way she tucks her hair behind her ear when she knows you're watching. The way her body angles slightly toward you in a crowded room. The way she touches her neck when you speak. None of this is random. These are instinctive signals, coded in human behavior long before words existed. When a woman finds a man attractive, her body often tells the story her lips never will. This is why being present matters. If you're trapped in your own head, trying to say the perfect line, you'll miss what she's already telling you without words. Awareness is your greatest advantage. Attraction isn't something you create out of thin air. It's something you've noticed when it's already there. And when you notice it, your response determines everything. There's also a psychological layer here. A woman's subtle communication isn't weakness, it's strategy. It allows her to reveal interest without being fully exposed. It gives her space to withdraw if she senses disrespect, immaturity, or arrogance. That's why a woman who's attracted won't hand herself over completely at once. She'll open a door, just enough for you to walk through if you have the confidence and awareness to see it. This is where many men sabotage themselves. They assume attraction will always be loud. They expect signs they can't miss, and when those don't appear, they believe she's not interested. But the truth is, she may have been speaking the entire time in a language you never learned to hear. If you want to shift how you connect with women, you must understand this attraction is often silent. It doesn't announce itself. It whispers, it invites, it tests if you're paying attention. A man who's attuned to this doesn't chase validation. He reads reality. He knows when a glance means something. He knows when a shift in energy is a signal. He doesn't force moments, he recognizes them. Philosophically, this isn't just about dating. It's about awareness of human connection itself. Most of life's most powerful moments don't scream at you. They knock softly. If you're too distracted, you miss them. And once a moment like that passes, it rarely comes back. So the next time you're in a room and you feel something, a glance, a slight change in her energy, a quiet pull, don't dismiss it. Don't second guess yourself to the point of blindness. Look closer. Trust what you sense. Women communicate attraction in ways most men never bother to notice, and that's why most men never stand out. It's not the loudest man who wins her attention. It's the man who's aware enough to hear the language she's not speaking. Remember this, attraction doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's a whisper you have to be awake enough to hear. Most men believe attraction is about what a woman says, but in reality, it's what she doesn't say that reveals everything. Words can be rehearsed, calculated, or even used as a mask. But hidden signals, those small unconscious movements that shift in energy, the unspoken cues, those are raw, real, and deeply human. When a woman is drawn to a man, her body will reveal it long before her words ever do. And if you're awake to it, you'll see it happening right in front of you. The most fascinating part of human interaction is how much of it happens beneath the surface. Attraction is not always loud. In fact, its most powerful expressions are quiet. It's in the flicker of her gaze when she thinks you're not watching. It's in the way her posture subtly shifts toward you in a crowded space. It's in the way her breathing changes ever so slightly when you speak. These aren't coincidences. They're instinctive reactions her conscious mind hasn't had the chance to filter out. You see, desire doesn't always wear a bold face. It hides behind hesitation, behind soft smiles, behind movements that look ordinary to an untrained eye. But when a woman is genuinely attracted, everything about her begins to align with you. Her body language synchronizes. Her energy becomes responsive. Her nervous system starts to mirror yours. This is not poetic, it's biology. Humans are wired to mirror those they feel a strong emotional pull toward. Take eye contact, for example. When there's no attraction, eye contact is either neutral or forced. But when there's real desire, something else happens. Her pupils dilate. Her gaze holds yours longer than politeness requires. She might glance away quickly, but the look returns. It's like gravity pulling her eyes back to you. And if you miss this, you're not just missing a signal. You're missing the entire conversation her body is already having with you. Then there's touch, or the suggestion of it. A woman who's drawn to a man often touches her hair, neck, or lips unconsciously. This isn't performance. These are sensitive areas, and when she's attracted, they become heightened. She may not touch you yet, but she touches herself near you. She creates a sensory connection without even realizing it. It's subtle, it's silent, but it's powerful. Even her proximity speaks volumes. She will position herself close enough for you to notice her, but not so close that it feels forced. Maybe she sits in your line of sight. Maybe she stands near you when she has other options. Maybe she slows her pace to match yours. All of it is intentional at a subconscious level. She's not chasing you, she's opening a door. and only a man with real awareness walks through it. When a woman mirrors your gestures, leaning in when you lean in, crossing her legs when you do, matching your speech rhythm, that's not her playing games. That's her nervous system sensing. It's the language of attraction written into human wiring. She's not deciding to mirror you. Her attraction makes her mirror you. And then there's her tone. Attraction softens the voice, slows the pace, deepens the presence in the moment. She might speak more softly or laugh more freely. She'll create spaces in the conversation, giving you room to step in. These are all hidden signals, but once you learn to read them, you'll never again say, "I didn't know she liked me." You'll know. This is the difference between men who keep missing their moment and men who seem to effortlessly attract. It's not magic, it's awareness. The second group doesn't just wait for women to declare their feelings, they read them before a single word is spoken. Philosophically, this reveals something deeper about human nature. Real connection is often communicated without language. Before we ever learn to speak, we were reading energy, expression, posture. That ancient language never left us. It just hides beneath the noise of modern life. A man who slows down, who sees rather than just looks, who listens beyond words, steps into a different reality altogether. He no longer chases because he can feel when something is already being offered. When a woman is attracted, she's not just standing there. Her entire being starts communicating it. But not to everyone, only to the man who knows how to listen. Don't wait for her to say it. Watch how she moves around you. Notice the softness in her eyes, the way she leans closer without realizing it, the rhythm of her breath when you speak. These are not accidents. These are hidden invitations. If you want to truly master connection, stop demanding signs in neon lights. Attraction isn't supposed to be obvious. It's meant to be felt. The man who learns to feel it becomes unforgettable. Remember this, attraction whispers, and only the man who's truly awake ever hears it. There's a reason why some men always seem to know when a woman is interested, and others keep walking right past the moment. It's not that one is more handsome, richer, or louder. It's that one is aware, and the other is not. Awareness is the quiet power most men never develop. When a woman is attracted, she doesn't hand herself over on a silver platter. She gives subtle invitations, and only the man who's attuned, grounded, and present notices them. Power belongs to the man who can see what others overlook. It's not about chasing or performing. It's about reading reality in real time. Most men spend so much energy trying to impress a woman that they miss what she's already showing them. They focus on their next move, their next line, their next act. But the man who truly stands out is the one who doesn't need to do all that. He observes, he listens, he senses, he feels. When a woman gives hidden signals of attraction, it's not a game. It's a test of depth. Can you stay present enough to catch it? Can you resist the urge to overthink? Can you silence your ego long enough to actually feel what's happening in front of you? The man who can do this becomes magnetic, not because he's trying to be, but because he's operating at a level most men never even touch. This awareness is rare because most people are disconnected from themselves. Men especially are often trapped in performance mode, trying to prove something, trying to say the right words, trying to be more than they are. But the real power isn't in proving, it's in perceiving. When you can read her signals, when you can sense attraction before it's spoken, everything changes. You stop chasing love like a beggar. You start receiving it like a man who knows his worth. Think about how a woman behaves when she's drawn to you. She won't always speak it, but her eyes will, her energy will, her presence will. If you don't see it, she'll quietly pull away, not because the signal wasn't there, but because you weren't paying attention. And this is what separates the confident man from the confused one. The confident man doesn't rely on loud confirmations. He doesn't need her to spell it out. He trusts what he notices. Awareness also creates calm. A man who reads signals doesn't panic. He doesn't rush. He doesn't question whether she's interested every 5 seconds. He knows. He's not desperate to prove himself because the moment is already proving itself to him. His presence becomes his power. Women sense this. They can feel the difference between a man who's guessing and a man who's grounded. And the truth is, women are drawn to men who move with quiet certainty, not arrogance, not ego, but clarity. That clarity is born from awareness. It's the man who notices the softness in her eyes, the shift in her body, the invitation in her proximity, and responds with presence instead of panic. This is not about manipulation. It's not about playing games or trying to outsmart anyone. It's about being awake. Awareness is attractive because it communicates something deeper: emotional intelligence, maturity, and strength. When a man can see a woman without her needing to shout for attention, it makes her feel understood without her even having to explain herself. And that, more than anything, creates a powerful pull. Philosophically, this isn't just about attraction. It's about connection at its most primal level. Human beings are constantly communicating through energy, through cues, through silence. But only a few ever learn to hear it. The world trains men to chase louder signals, to seek certainty in words, to wait for explicit permission. But real connection begins before a word is ever spoken. Imagine how different your interactions become when you operate with this kind of awareness. You stop asking, "Is she interested?" because you already know. You stop trying to prove your value because her signals are confirming it. You stop rushing to act out of fear because fear loses its power in the presence of clarity. This is why some men attract effortlessly. It's not luck, it's skill. They mastered the art of noticing what others ignore. They understand that attraction lives in whispers, not shouts. So the next time you're with a woman, don't overtalk, don't overthink, and observe, watch her eyes. Feel the shift in the room. Notice the way her energy wraps around yours when something real is present. If you can do that, you've already stepped into a different league. Awareness doesn't make you chase women. It makes women choose you, because nothing is more magnetic than a man who sees the unspoken and understands it. Remember this: loud men try to get attention. Aware men attract it without saying a word.